had to catch the van, and it's fully packed out as well, didn't you?
Yep.
I've literally brought everything with me.
What are we doing here?
Getting a coffee, first and foremost. I've got a very personal meeting in London, which is something that I've been waiting for a very long time. So I'm going to get that done, and I need to shoot something for my community inside. So this is more of a personal day today.
Okay.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You dressed different. So obviously you listened to my last comment last week.
What about the order in there?
You're good, good. No Twixes, there's no chocolate, there's none of that.
No
It's gonna be-
Italians?
Do you know where we are? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. We've gone to the wrong place. What was the postcode that we went to? Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
We're at the right place?
Yeah, we're at the right place.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at the right place. I have a meeting that's really important to us, and it's personal. It's Monday, so I'm going to do that. You guys are going to go and grab a sandwich or do something else, and I will probably be 20 minutes, then we can hit the road jack.
Go back to Birmingham.
Back to Birmingham.
Okay. See you in a bit.
See you later. So, just pulling up at one of my mentor students' properties. Now, we're here, the tree's out, windows are in. Apparently the inside is 80% done, but this front garden, it needs sorting urgently. We need a grab here, very quick. And he's gonna be here in 5 minutes, so let's see what's going on. I'm in one of my mentor students' first ever project flips. He is coming towards the end of it now. We are doing a breakdown on calculations with his bridging finance. Is the end value still where it was going to be 4 months ago? What's left to be done in the property so we know a time completion? We've got the kitchen that's fitted. If you come in here and have a look at this, kitchen's fitted, as in 80% fitted. The worktops are not on properly. The splashback's not been chosen yet because he's unsure of which ones he wants. This is not staying here. This is just to support the iPhones and stuff and the drills that are on charge here. But all in all, that's for the kitchen from Howden's. Great kitchen. It looks exceptional. It's really nice. Only thing is, I'm not sure about the woodwork tops, but he likes them, and obviously it's his house, his money. He makes the decisions. I didn't really highlight how much I didn't like them, but it's not my cup of tea. He's doing great. Samson is absolutely on fire. Things are going, you know, as they are supposed to go when it comes to property. But popped in just to make sure he's okay, just to make sure everything's going smooth. And yeah, great start to the morning. Zoom time. Just come off the phone with the mentor student. Didn't record any of it because the mentor student had a different type of problem, which was completely related to something away from property. So that was interesting. I'm here to help. Now I've got a Zoom with a lady called Maria who does NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and she also does communication. So she's looking at coming into our app in order to add another dimension where we can improve members, make them better. So just pressing start. So basically, get that camera out of my face. Go away. Hello. Deal sourcing day out. This is where I take my members around 6 different viewings in one day, giving them a behind the scenes of how my brain works, how I find deals, how I speak to agents, how I negotiate, how I've done my due diligence and why these properties. Join me and become just part of me, personally. Where are we going with this now? Where are we going? Where are we going? You're starting to dress like me? When I told you the other week that you are creatively dressing outrageously weird. Dude, what scares me about your creativity is I've seen how you dress.
Wow, what's that supposed to be?
Just letting you know that, like, if that's how you dress and that's how your creative juices flow, I'm in trouble. That's what I wanted to say. You've come in a pair of combats, a hoodie, and some nice trainers,
See?
and I come dressed like a style icon.
You come dressed in matchy sweatpants.
Style
and
icon.
sweaters. No,
You can't listen. You
That's
can't
a
replicate.
uniform.
People can copy me, but they can't replicate the source.
all right.
She said that the property was probate. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
When someone passes away, it goes to probate. They make decisions on the will and stuff like that. Probate's been granted, which means they've done all the paperwork and they've said, yep, this is the person who's going to inherit or whatever with the houses. So that's now ready to sell. They had viewings all weekend. They've got another viewing right now, which I think it's this gentleman here. I think him there. And the house itself had a lot of ingress, which is damp from above. The roof's got holes in it. The roof was a really bad problem. It's got solar panels on there as well, which could also be a problem because you got to find out who owns the solar panels, etc., etc. It was split over 2 levels as well. The living room started down, the dining room was down here with a big drop, so that needed to take a look at. The house was just old. It was 70s, 80s.
Good though.
It's good if you can get it for the right price,
Yeah.
but it's very expensive. There was a lot of problems with that house. There's the roof, the fascia and gutter room was causing issues. There was an outhouse in the back of it, like a conservatory extension thing that was made out of wood. That was causing problems by leaking back into the kitchen. The house was obviously very dated, and you don't know the personal attachment that the person has with this house. So obviously you would presume as an elderly person it's gone to their son or daughter. That's obviously your first presumption. Doesn't always mean that's the case, but that's your first presumption. If people have grown up in that house, you know, from birth, and then left when they was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, when they get when your parents just, you know, suddenly, or whether it's not suddenly, pass away and you inherit something, you have that emotional attachment to it if you're that way inclined. So some people, you know, they don't want to sell it, but they know they are going to sell it because they want the money to progress in life or do what they're doing, but then it becomes a bit of a battle. So probate houses are absolutely awesome because there's 2 sides to the coin. One, some people just want to get rid of it and get the money. 2, people have an emotional attachment and they don't really want to sell, and they wait for ever and a day, depending on the financial status. But the agent was great. Really good agent. So great house. Probably about £60,000 refurb. 40 to 60k depending on the levels you want to go to. Now that's a big gap, 40 to 60.
What was it up for?
200.
So what
Yeah.
did you need to screw it up?
175, 170 to 175. She doesn't think there's any offers on the table of it yet either. The agent, his mannerisms were quite hostile. You know, the way he was moving, the way he was looking and stuff. Turns out completely the opposite. He was really nice, really good, really friendly, really chatty, and actually he was proper down to earth. He told me about another estate agent that he said was pulled the wool over our eyes with something that happened. So that shows me the level of knowledge he's at. There was a lot of cracks in the walls. There was a lot. You could use that for social housing. You could use that for supported living. There's a lot of room there, and also there'll be a lot of room for negotiation based on the structural, because not a lot of people are going to want to take that on. So great find. What
How would you approach that?
the structural? Well, this agent works different to all the other agents. They want £1,000 deposit once your offer is accepted, which is fully refundable if you don't complete based on terms and conditions. And then once you pay the £1,000 deposit, if you think there's any structural issues or anything wrong with it, they'll allow you to do the investigations. And if it comes back that you are correct and the owner doesn't want to proceed with your new offer, you get your £1,000 refunded. So it shows the level of seriousness of that estate agent. I know who they are. I've seen their boards. I've never dealt with them before. I've never done a viewing with them, and I've never spoke to any of their agents. He said it's a family-run business, and I was really, really impressed. Now, a family-run estate agents, you're going to get transparency, clarity, honest opinions, I believe, and that £1,000 refundable to carry on doing your investigations, depending on what the terms and conditions says, I'm impressed. So, can't really do a refurb cost. We just know that if there's no structural issues, you'd be looking at 45 grand. But have you seen how it's elevated? So you've got the drive, and then it goes up, doesn't it, up the steps? It could just be the foundations are just weak. Because if you look here, none of these are elevated. It's only them 4 there that are elevated. And the fact that there's a crack in the middle of the kitchen, which is joining to the next door house, I'm pretty sure all 4 of them are sitting on...
Probably moving, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slightly, but there was no... Normally, the cracks, when they come from the bottom, it's because the floor is pushed up.
Yeah, there's no movement on the floor. You said that when we walked in, didn't you?
Yeah.
But I think all 4 of them are a problem. That was the best agent
It was good.
I have ever dealt with in 10 years of my life.
That one.
Yeah. She came into the house, she let us in the house. She was really presentable, stood there, and she literally, you know, every question that you ask, she answered. She read a statement out, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she had a presentation for us. Told us about the boiler, told us about the probate, told us about when it was built, the condition, X, Y, and Z. She read everything off, and then she was like, any questions? And realistically,
She'd answered everything.
she'd answered everything in the first 30 seconds of the thing. And then I said to her when we left, I said, is that you doing your research and telling us, or is that company policy? She was like, yes, it's company policy. We take all the questions before we put it up for sale. And then when we show people like yourselves round, we explain it all to you, so then there's no questions. And it was incredible.
It was good. I've not seen something like that before.
No, and that was a big house,
Massive.
huge. Malvin something. It was Malvin something. Malvin Danes. So Malvin Danes, shout out to you. Unbelievable if you are watching this 1 in a billion chance. But the house itself, great condition. It offers over 350,000, higher end property. Now this is where that one there doesn't really, we can't add a lot of value to that house because it's already got the extension on the side if you look above the garage and stuff. The only thing we could have done is knock the kitchen into the garage, upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the bathroom, and upgrade the house basically inside. It doesn't need back to brick. The boiler, which is really cool, I've got a picture that I'll put into the group. It was a stand-up off-the-floor boiler, the old school ones from the 1970s maybe. Been serviced in August 2025 with warranty. So it's still alive and kicking, unlike most people who are 70. It's still alive and kicking. And she's had an offer, she reckons, of 350,000. And the end value that she thought it would be at was 380. So financially, it probably doesn't stack. But as a viewing point for today, oh my God, yeah, she was good, wasn't she?
She was good.
I thought one of the best presentations I've ever seen from an agent ever. What do you think of the area? What type? Working class, middle class? What do you think?
Middle class.
Yeah, definitely. Especially at £400,000 values. Yeah, it's a really, really good one, that was. Yeah, probate's granted. She touched on that. That was already sorted. Told us all about the insurances for the boilers and stuff like that. Yeah, there was nothing else really. It was just a nice viewing, clean viewing, good agent, and in a good area. If you can secure that for 300,000, there's money to be made. But what they're asking, it's just for someone to move straight in and live. So yeah. Yeah, I do want to see what it sells for. Like, I want to know what that sells for because I can't see that selling for 350.
More.
No, less. I don't know anybody who would pay 350 for that.
What do you think it'd go for?
310. in my head. So it'd be nice to go on land registry in a couple of 6 months and find out what it did actually sell for. Any questions? No? Okay, where are we off to next? Any questions on this one, guys? Anybody want to know anything? So this is short lease as well, so there's only 72 years on this on a lease, so we've got to extend the lease.
How would you do that?
So you get your solicitor to find out on the title deed who owns the lease, make contact with them, and then you download the title deed from land registry for £9, I think it's gone up to, or £7 or £9, I don't know what it is today. It's £9, isn't it?
£9.
Yeah, it's £9 now to get the title deed. It'll be in there. Contact them, ask them if they're going to extend it, yes or no, and then figure out a price. So there you have it, wrapped up, deal sourcing, day out, completely and utterly finished. It wasn't as bad as the rubbish. It was actually incredible. The feedback has been amazing. Hopefully we've got some testimonials for you guys to see. I don't know how he's doing this video, but this is one of the things about being a member of my community. Not only do I educate, I also take you out on site visits. We go around, we spend the day, we learn. Yeah, you know what? I'll just let everybody else talk.
Viewings have been very good and instrumental in terms of property. The knowledge has been very great. Looking at the refurbs and looking at what needs to be changed, and also speaking with the estate agent. So it's been a great day. Negotiating and speaking with the estate agent to see how the property is, and looking at what the owner is looking to do, how much they want to sell and how much they want to get into.
So we went and viewed one property this morning, had a good look round there. Steve broke down what was going on, and we're going to do some number crunching on it, I think. It was the probate question, what Steve asked, where it was up to with the probate. That was something I learned. And the land registry with the solar panels. He's just a cool guy, isn't he? He is. He's the top of the food chain.
A lot of knowledge, a lot of insight. It's obviously very different than when you're going into a property. Everything that you're learning, what Steve's put out there for you educationally, it just all starts to, ring alarm bells like, when you're looking at all the faults and things like that, and things like what you should be looking out for. Yeah, I mean, you do learn a lot from him, and he's very truthful, he's very honest, and that's what you want, to be honest.
Just calling one of my sources. He's got the property. Hey, mate.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I didn't actually ask if you was good yet. I just said, hey, mate. But yeah, it's nice to know that you're good and everything's great. What's this property? What's going on?
Yeah, so if this one, it's pre-auction, and it's someone we network with. So it's like an estate agent, but he's at the path, he's the owner, but he sources property inside. So he said he's got this one for us.
Is he an estate agent or the owner?
He's like the owner. He's like the owner.
Okay. And why can't we have the details? You got to sign the NDA?
Yeah, and I think he said, look, he's put me to send over pictures and the details, and you got to sign the NDA. And then, yeah, so just wondering, what should we do from here?
Well, you sign the NDA, get the information, do the breakdown on it, see if it's any good. If it's any good, call him up and say, can I send it to Steve? Or do you want him to sign an NDA before we send it to Steve? So you do your due diligence on it before it comes to me.
Okay.
Um,
So literally say your name, he'll know who you are.
Yeah, well, as long as you know it works. And obviously before you send it on to anybody else, you've got to get the person's permission. So just call him up and just say, we work with somebody called Steve. He wants to have a look at it because we think it works. Do you need him to sign an NDA? And if he does, yes, get me an NDA, I'll sign it.
Okay, yeah, perfect. That's okay, we'll get that done then. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. I look forward to hearing from you.
Perfect, thank you. Take care, Steve.
Right, bye-bye. So an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. I'm presuming Kay has put them words up in massive on the screen. A non-disclosure agreement is basically a document that protects you as the deal sourcer and the person that you're sending it to as the investor or the buyer or another sourcer from basically going behind your back and stealing the deal. Okay? Now, NDAs, are they any good? Are you going to enforce one? Can you prove that he signed the NDA and that they bought it by the link? but good practice, and I'm an educator, so you have to get a non-disclosure agreement signed. What part do you want to know first?
Everything.
So, we are in a predicament, okay? We have a property that needs to be finished in 5 days. So we need the bathroom, the kitchen, the tiling, the flooring levelled, skirting board, fire doors, decorated, electrics, plastering, insulation. We've got to meet the U value as well, which is turning into a nightmare. And we've got 5 days to do it. And we have a team of 8 builders coming from Manchester to Warsaw. They're going to be staying for the 5 days, so I've got to find them either an Airbnb today or a Premier Inn or a Holiday Inn or something. I have to get all the materials on site. They want everything there, nothing that they've got to go out and get. Everything's got to be handed to them on a plate. They need a list of every single thing that needs doing. And I've also got to get the building inspector there on Monday morning to make sure everything's being done according to plan. Say again?
Okay, Superman. Keep going.
Well, let's call a spade, right? We watch social media, you watch what happens. You know, I have more problems than anybody in the world, but you choose your problems. I always stand on and I always deliver, even if it takes longer than it was expected, okay? Good intentions will get you far, and I am relying on that man upstairs to help me in the next 5 days, okay? Now, can we make it happen? Of course we can. Positive energy has to be thrown out, but first, I need a flat white with 2 sugars, not 3, 2, and I need you to spread some more positivity.
What am I? I've said nothing.
No, you don't. You're looking like you ain't gonna do that in 5 days. That ain't gonna happen in 5 days. 5 days to basically do 70% of a refurb, because we've got to take stuff off, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. Love that.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Active.
How about you install the window? Then I'll be impressed.
I could install this.
Do it. Call my bluff.
Get me some sellotape and some super glue. I'm good to go. So these are the 2 windows for upstairs. And as you can see, if you look here, we have the opening at the bottom, and it's half of the window and it opens out. These were not legislation. They wouldn't meet building consent sign-off. And they wanted us to get windows this size with the opening there, as you can see, and it opens all the way. Now, we only have 5 days. These windows were ordered, about to be fitted, like these ones have all been fitted. And I needed these ones, 2 of them. There's another one in the kitchen and there's one here. 1050 by 1045. So more or less a complete square. I had these made in 2 days. To be honest with you, I had them made in 1 day because I asked for them on Thursday. They started on Friday. They was delivered at 12:30 Saturday. I don't know many people who could do stuff like that. And that's me being honest. All you contractors out there, all of you people that are in the industry, you know, you can call favours in, but there's not many people that can call favours in and actually get stuff like that done. So a big shout out to the guys who did that for me as a favour. Legislation has gone absolutely crazy. So we have a external wall here, as you can see. Just this little part here, that's external. But if you come this way, I'll show you another external wall, because it's easier for me to explain. So that here is obviously an external wall. They want us to insulate it, and they want us to put a lot behind it. I'm not going to go into details of what they want because it's absolutely stupid and they don't need it. We have got a 25mm batten, 25mm insulation, 12.5 thermoboard. It should be 50mm, so we should really be putting, you know, another 25mm in there. We can do less, but we should be. That U value should hold up, but they're saying that they want 100. It's outrageous, it's stupid. We'll compensate it with a loft. So we will get these done tomorrow, but we'll compensate it with a loft. Now, They also are telling us that they're happy for us to get a letter of dispensation for the angle upstairs in the bathroom. Again, guys, a letter of dispensation is basically someone coming in, signing it off, saying it's okay because we can't do anything else. And again, we can make up the U-value elsewhere. It's wild. Because you know, if we didn't ask building consent to actually do anything in this house apart from sign off a still, they wouldn't even know if we dot and dab these boards straight onto the bricks, because it's not in their remit. It's because we asked them to check everything. So it's good for one, it's not good for the other. It's crazy, it's stupid, it's great, it's crazy, it's mind-boggling, it's madness, and it will keep you on your toes. So yeah, to all the people out there that understood that, well done. For all the people out there that didn't understand it, I'll break it down in a more simpler way on one video, which I'm going to do. But don't worry, because if you're brand new to the property world, these are things that you don't really need to know everything about. If you've got good architects and good people around you, they will explain it all to you. So don't stress about knowing everything.
Hello?
Hey mate, you okay?
So, yeah, good.
Well, they'll know whether it's dry, they'll sort it.
Okay. What else? That's it then, yeah, really.
All right, I'll keep you updated throughout the day.
So, mate, cheers, bye.
All right, bye-bye, bye. So I hope everyone can pull together and get this across the line. It's a challenge, isn't it? It's a mini challenge. You lot aren't going to find out till next week, but at least you've got the teaser this week. That's the key. But 5 days, full refurb. Well, 70% of a refurb. Of course we can do.